Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon bringing you guys a reading today, and this one is called Destined Lovers. So this is going to be about a deep soul connection that you feel with another person where you feel like you were destined to meet them, and we're going to go into your soul contract as to why you met each other, what it all means, where it might be headed next. So I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing either a separation or challenge in their connection. So please keep that in mind and only just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks I'm going to be using here today are actually created by myself and will be listed down below, as well as these beautiful organites created by Michelle from Wing and Bell. We're going to go into some of this reading here on this channel, and then we're going to follow it up with the extended version, and you guys can find that link down below. So let's jump right into the messages. We're going to take a look and see what is your past timeline with this person. This will determine whether or not I am tapped into your connection. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So let's look at my Twin Flame Journey Oracle Revised Edition and see what the energy is. What is the energy with your past timeline with your person? So what has happened in the past? What's the energy of the past? What did you experience with this person in the past? Let's look. All right. Ooh, we have tribes. This person is definitely a part of your soul family and your soul tribe, belonging type of energy, where when you met each other, there was this sense of familiarity. You felt like you belonged with this person. Maybe you were there to support them during a really hard time, or they were there to support you. This could be temporary, as in, two souls come together and they help each other out, and then they're kind of off to work on different things, or maybe one's ready and the other person is not. But there's definitely this sense of, I have met someone that I have done a previous lifetime with. I have met someone that is a part of my soul group, my soul family. There's a sense that, somehow you guys are connected on a deep soul level. So you're not mistaken. You felt this for a reason. Your person probably felt this as well. So remember, this is your past timeline with this individual. Let's see what else. We have pause. Okay, yeah, there's definitely some sort of a pause here in the connection. Somebody went on a hiatus, a break, downtime. Somebody needed to pull away, needed a break, etc. So there is something that has, you came together, you felt this amazing connection, but something happened obviously here where somebody needed to take a step back for whatever reason. So I'm sure this story will develop here. We have free will, okay? Choices, ability, and liberty. Maybe that somebody felt either stifled by the connection, meaning that maybe it was just too intense. It was too much. They didn't have what it took at that time to really dedicate the kind of time that would be needed to be in a connection or a relationship, to make that type of commitment. So maybe somebody felt like, they were just not ready to settle down. They weren't ready to, and it's not like they're giving up their freedom to be with you. It just means that somebody felt maybe constricted by the contract. They felt constricted, or almost like just like claustrophobic from this commitment, because it was so heavy, it was so deep, right? But this is also a reminder to us, just because we meet someone and it's fated and destined does not mean that there's any guarantee that we will end up with this particular person, because at the end of the day, we all have free will to make different choices, meaning we have the free will to go this direction or that direction. People do not always stay on track with the soul contracts that they make, even with their soul family tribe members, okay? So there's that reminder that people have their free will choices to continue to either stay stuck, continue to stay connected to toxic behaviors or traumas, not heal, not move forward, not ascend, etc. While the other person may be wanting to do the work, the other person might be like, I can't do it. Or they're just not at that level to where they can even see that this is something that, they want, or something that they can do at that particular time. So let's go ahead and get some more messages here. Okay, so this deck right here is called my Diviner's Oracle. This is a newer deck here. All right, let's see what else was your past timeline with this person. Past timeline with this person. Ooh, We have teeth, gutsy, fearless, determined. I do feel like this was someone's energy and the connection. It was like very gutsy for you to move forward with this person. Maybe you just completely threw caution to the wind. There could have been some red flags and warning signs with this person, kind of like, ooh, are they ready? Maybe this isn't the best situation, but I'm going to go for it anyways because I feel a connection with this person. So to me, it's kind of like the Fool. It's going to take some real guts and teeth and real determination to like push forward and make something happen. But I feel like somebody in the connection was not showing up the same way as the other person. It's probably, you, the person watching the video, is the one that really showed up. You were the one that was determined to make this work. You were the one that basically, wanted to, bare your teeth and just do the work and just like push forward here. But I feel like we almost had to let someone go. It's kind of like letting that caged bird fly. And if the bird comes back to you, it's yours forever. It's like that saying, but we've got to release it. We've got to let it go. Right? And this might be very difficult. So it's a part of this contract for you, the viewer, where you're learning a great, valuable lesson about free will. You're learning a very valuable lesson about, letting people go with unconditional love in your heart space, even if they can't show up, realizing that not everybody is on the same level at the same time. Just because there's a connection doesn't mean two people are ready at the same time. So I feel like there's a major lesson for the viewer here. It's a major lesson in letting go. It's a major lesson of detaching yourself and not chasing or holding on for dear life to people that basically want to be free. Okay. So that's really interesting. Let's see what else. We have high honor, okay? So the high honor energy, it says reward, prize, and recognition. Yeah, we do recognize that this connection, there is something special here. But in that picture, you can see the queen, she's turned around. We cannot see her face. So I do feel like there is something about, this is for the viewer too, straighten your crown. Just because your person, the person that you felt destined to meet, and there's something special here, just because they either can't show up or, they're doing certain things that could be destructive, sabotaging the connection, etc. It doesn't mean that this is a flaw against your character. So straighten your crown and recognize that you met this person for a reason. And one of the reasons that you could have met this individual is to basically really dive into your self-worth and your self-esteem issues, if you have those, realizing that maybe you do deserve more than this person can offer you at this particular time. It might be a part of the soul contract for you to realize your self-worth, and then this person, whatever hangups they have, they see you now in this energy of loving yourself and honoring yourself. And you, in a way, inspire this person to want to be better. You inspire them to want to make better decisions for themselves as well. So you guys are kind of lending each other support in this connection, but in different ways, okay? And we have fish. So fish, of course, is about value. And I just got this with this one here. We're really learning to value ourselves. Our self-worth, our self-esteem is everything in this connection. So if you have just literally, just been kind of, burying your teeth, like fake smile, that's what that person is doing. It's like fake smile. I'm okay. It's okay. When really it's not. There's a lesson here. There's a lesson here in honoring yourself. There's a lesson in speaking your truth. There's a lesson with being authentic with yourself, to yourself, and to also other people. So there is a lesson in that as well, okay? I'm also getting that there might be somebody in this situation where they believe that status, they believe that material things are going to make them happy. Okay, so that is a lesson that they're valuing money, materialism, superficial things as being happiness. And this person has a lot to learn. So they may have to go down that path. They may have to go their separate ways with you in order to learn this very valuable lesson that money isn't everything, status really isn't shit. And at the end of the day, the connections that you make with people, those are the most valuable things. People that are there for you, your support system, people that love you, cherish you, those types of situations are invaluable. So, and it's funny because that word just has kept coming up the last few days for me, invaluable. So this person may not be able to see that. They may not understand that connection really is everything. The connections that you make in this lifetime are really everything. And you may see the connections that you make as being super valuable, and this person may have to learn something differently. They may have to lose their finances. They may have to hit a rock bottom financially. They may have to lose all of their assets to realize that money comes and goes. Then again, people do come and go, but the true connections that you make that have, just depth, and they're real and they're honest and they're unconditional, those are the kinds of connections that last a lifetime. So I feel like you were probably willing to show up for this person in this way, and they either did not see the value in it, or they were not able to get with this concept yet. So you might have to let them go, kind of like a free bird from that song, Leonard Skinner, Free Bird. This person may need to fly free for a while. And if they come back, then it's meant to be. So there's a part of this contract where we're learning to let go. We're learning to let go of fighting for something when the other person isn't fighting to keep it too. They're not putting the same effort in as we are. So straighten your crown, queen, whoever you are, doesn't matter. You can be a king. Straighten that crown, because you know that you deserve more than maybe what this person was offering you or what they could give you at the particular time. So this is past energy. Remember, you guys, past energy. So this is may have already been said and done. This may have already played out. Okay. So now let's go into my Twin Flame Journey Tarot and get some more information on this, what this past timeline was with this person. Just feel like you were valuing different things. Okay. We do have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is somebody that really needs to find themselves. This is Leo's energy. It's King energy. It can also be very egocentric as well. Somebody that feels like they need to have more. They need to be very showy with what they have. They need to prove to the world or their peers that there's something special. So sometimes that King of Wands can have a chip on their shoulders. And I just feel like that's where your particular person, if you're a feminine watching this video, this would be your masculine counterpart. The King of Wands. But the King of Wands can also be your energy as well. It's like you're learning to figure out who you are in the world. You're recognizing that you have a purpose and a mission too. And maybe you have realized your purpose and your mission, or recognized it from dealing with this person and experiencing the situation with them. But the message for me is that your person is still on a path, or was back then on a path to needing to figure out who they are in the world. Figuring out what lights them on fire. And I feel like what lit your person on fire the most was the outer world, finances, materialism, the physical world, their physical body, physical looks, money, status, all the things that fade. Okay? So your person may have learned the hard way. They could have gone through some major losses to realize that, that shit doesn't last. But that was their path. That was their path. So let's look and see what else. Ooh, the Judgment. Yeah, the Judgment energy is looking back on the past. Somebody that goes the distance and they make certain decisions. There are certain karmic consequences. And then they look back on their life and they review it and they realize, okay, you know what? I guess I could have done things differently. I guess maybe I wouldn't have known this until I went through this. I do feel like this is your person. They had to go on this journey. They had to be let free. You had to let them go to figure things out. And I do feel like they have definitely had some major awakening, major tower moment, and have definitely looked back on their situation just with their life in general, but also with you and this connection. And they may have a different headspace now that everything is either said, done, and over. Okay? And now we have the Two of Wands, planning and decisions. So the Two of Wands is, we hold the world in our hands. What decisions are we going to make next? What's our next step here? So I feel like you and this person left things in a state of unfinished business. There is unfinished business here. Kind of left things up in the air. This is still like a pending decision, a pending kind of like, where does the story lead us next? The story isn't necessarily over in your connection. It's just like, what chapter are we going to go into next? What's the next chapter in this connection? So if that sounds like maybe some things that you experienced with your person, then I am tapped into your energy. So now let's move on into how did you impact each other upon meeting? Okay. How have you impacted each other upon meeting? Let's look at this. This is my Cosmic Contracts, the Ties That Bind Oracle. How did you guys impact each other upon meeting? All right, so we're going to start off with how did your person impact you, and then how you impacted them. So how did your person impact you upon meeting them? They're coming up for you as a teacher. I will provide a very valuable lesson for you. So let's take a look at what that valuable lesson may entail. This is my Goddess Awakened Oracle. I love this. First of all, now we have this Countess Queen sitting on her throne, and now she's facing us. Because when you met this person, it might have been you didn't know who you were. You didn't know your worth. You didn't know your value. But guess what? This individual has actually taught you a very valuable lesson on how to value yourself. Okay? So it says social status. To me, it's like maybe you didn't feel good enough. Maybe you didn't feel like you had enough money. You didn't have the right career. Maybe you were down and out. Hell, maybe you had all of those things and it still didn't matter. Okay, because I'm actually getting both. You could have been a person that actually had more than this individual, or you were a really good catch. You had a great career. Maybe you owned property. You really invested in yourself. You had it going on, but it didn't matter. This person still went their separate way. They still didn't choose either you or this connection. It's not what it was about. Okay. So the valuable lesson is that it doesn't really matter where you're at or what you have. If someone else is not on the same page and they have issues and they are still finding themselves, it's not going to matter what you look like. It's not going to matter what you have. They're still going to leave. And that could be a very valuable lesson for the viewer. I'm also getting, though, the other side of it. Maybe you felt that you were not good enough. Maybe this person in some way made you feel like you didn't have enough or you weren't what they were looking for. So what this did is it taught you how to love yourself. Maybe you went out and you did certain things. You improved something. And in a way, it's not like you even needed to do that, but maybe this person helped you in some way to love yourself more and value yourself more. So I think that that's very interesting, the way that that's coming through. All right, let's go ahead and go into my connections of the Modern World Tarot. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. And I already got this. I don't feel that you and your person were equally exchanging energy. Somebody was giving more than the other person. It probably was you, the person or feminine, I feel, watching the video, okay? And you value yourself more now, realizing that, I actually deserve the same amount of energy that I'm putting out. I deserve the equal exchange of energy here. This overgiving crap, this being there for you, but you're not there for me. I'm sorry, that's not going to work, because that a person that does that doesn't value themselves. And this person had this to teach you, you guys. So in a way, the impact that they've had on you has actually been very positive, even though this may have been a very painful lesson, or you experienced a lot of pain dealing with this individual. Okay. So let's see how did they impact your life? Okay. I'm sorry. How did you impact their life? I don't know why I'm getting that mixed up. How did you, the person watching the video, impact this person's life that we are speaking of? What impact did you have on them? Ooh, I will test your faith and trust. Betrayal. What's interesting is I feel like this person betrayed you, not the other way around, unless you have specifically betrayed this person. But I do feel like the issue of betrayal, okay? You really came in and you tested your person's faith and trust. And if they have issues and trauma around trusting people or healthy love or people that basically are very giving and kind, this person ended up betraying you because they don't feel comfortable with being loved in a healthy manner or a safe manner. This person has a lot of issues surrounding that. So that's what I'm picking up on. So you're a great lesson for them, and you impact this person's faith and what they trust. And it's not that they didn't trust you, it's that their trauma tells them that they're not safe, or that love or relationships or commitment aren't for them. There's something here where they've sabotaged this connection. And we have Raven prediction. Interesting. So to me, it's like it went exactly how it was predicted. This person already went in with a jaded attitude that it wasn't going to work. Okay. They may have told you at first, like, you're what I'm looking for. I've never met anyone like you. You make me feel safe. You make me feel all of these things. You're a breath of fresh air. But they went back on this because they have these unhealed wounds and traumas from the past. So it went as they predicted. So they already went in with that headspace, which is, this isn't going to work. It's not for me. I don't do this kind of stuff. Something like that. Okay. So also what I'm seeing too is that you came in as a person that knew a lot and saw a lot. And you may have been able to call this person out on their BS. This also was very uncomfortable for this person because you're kind of coming through as like that high priestess, all-seeing psychic energy. And that made them very, very afraid because you were kind of seeing right through them and they couldn't pull the wool over your eyes. They couldn't really betray you and themselves anymore. So it was just easier to disconnect and run away from you. You were holding a mirror up to this person. The truth was very harsh for them. It was too much. It was too intense. That's what I'm getting here. So that's how you impacted your person. You made them look at themselves, or you were a truth teller, truth speaker. And that was very difficult for them because they couldn't pull the wool over your eyes. They tried to, I feel, but it didn't work. Yeah, see, you're the high priestess, and Spirit's just confirming this because I just said that. You were the high priestess. You were this all-knowing person that could see right through them. And that scared the hell out of them. So the high priestess hides too. So I feel like what you inspired or how you impacted this person is that they didn't either want to lie to you anymore, or they knew that they couldn't get away with something. So they may have blocked you. They may have ran away from you, ghosted you, etc. And it was because this connection was too intense. It was too truthful. It was just too real. It was too raw for them. And it was really difficult to deal with. So as much as they may have enjoyed this at first, I feel like it ended up becoming a thorn in their side. So they could have ended up betraying you, hiding a lot from you. Maybe you already knew this going in with this person, but remember, this is how you impacted them, not the other way around. And I just feel like you impacted, like you called them out on their bullshit. You predicted that something would happen and you were actually correct and they didn't like it. So they ran away from it. That's what I'm getting. That's very interesting. Okay, you guys, so now we're going to go into what themes are still playing out in this soul contract. What themes are still playing out in this soul contract? Let's look. What themes are still playing out in this soul contract? Okay, so we're going to go into my holiday cheer oracle. And just so you guys know, I have a holiday deck coming up. It is called the Winter Wonderland Oracle. It should be available probably within the next week. Very excited about it. And it's not animated like this one. It's like, pictures. So, all right, let's go ahead and see what themes are still playing out in this soul contract. Okay, well, we have the new year, and I really like this because what this is telling us is that in this new year, this next year coming through, there may be some developments in this connection. And I already got that something isn't over. The story isn't over. It's just what chapter are you guys going to go into next in this connection. So with the new year, there's going to be brought in some sort of new energy or new developments in this connection. We have bah humbug, okay? That's interesting. So what is the bah humbug? It means like somebody who's really just not feeling the holidays. They're just feeling depressed, or they're just feeling down during the holidays, kind of like what's there to celebrate. So some of you guys could be feeling this way during the holidays. I mean, I'm not trying to make that prediction for you, but it's just indicating here that somebody still kind of has their arms crossed to either a lesson, or they have their arms crossed to this connection. So it might be one of the reasons why the new year is here. Maybe the rest of this year, there may not be a lot of development or somebody being open arms to the connection, but that could shift next year. Interesting. We have karma coal. Somebody still has a little bit of karma that they're dealing with here. It could be a karmic relationship. It could be another karma, like a karmic contract going on, or someone just still hasn't fully learned the lesson. Somebody's still kind of getting their karma right now, and they're pissed off about it, is what I'm seeing here. So what's left in your soul connection still, and what's currently playing out, is somebody's still upset that they're having to kind of eat shit. Sorry to say. They're having a difficult time sitting in their crap with the things that they've done, the things that they've brought upon themselves. And it will be in the new year where there will be perhaps some sort of clarity, or some sort of an opportunity to maybe shift into a different vibration and energy. So this is the Treasure Trove Oracle. Let's see what else is left in this contract, or just themes that are still playing out, I should say. Themes that are still playing out in this contract. We have the chef. The chef knows what goes into this dish because she is confident in her abilities. You are more than capable in attaining results. I feel like this is you, the person watching the video. This is you being in a very confident state. You're in this queen energy. You have straightened your crown. Instead of being hidden, you're coming out into your own. You're really using your skills. This to me is like a cauldron. You're working your magic. So I just feel that the viewer is, the theme that's playing out is that you're coming into your own. You're feeling a lot more confident. You're putting yourself out there, and you're actually attaining results. You're seeing results. So if you're working on yourself, let's just say you're, getting back into shape, you're eating healthy, you're starting to see results. If you are investing more time into self-care, motivation, positive affirmations, you're starting to see the positive effect that it's having on your life. So that is also something that's playing out. We have the zoologist. Okay, so it says, break out of your enclosure. Nature is calling. Spend more time outdoors and embrace your wild side. A job involving animals could be at hand. So this to me is a dual message. This is about getting out of your routine, but it's also about somebody finding their purpose, their mission. And I feel like the King of Wands, that's part of their contract, is to figure out who they are in this life and what they came here to do. So I feel like what's still playing out in this situation is that your person is still kind of trying to figure out who they are, but they're also paying a heavy price in karma as well. But karma is leading them down that path to awareness and to understanding what they came here to do. So that's still playing out as well. And we have the influencer. Interesting. This could be you. Maybe you're a social media influencer. Maybe you're also stepping into your power and your mission, and you're realizing that maybe you want to influence people in a positive way. You want to inspire people through teaching, works of arts, performance, something like that. But this is you, I feel. This is you networking with people and keeping the doors open, and as well as new doors and connections are popping through for you. So I'm getting this major Queen of Wands vibe for the viewer. And the King of Wands is also starting to figure out who they are and what they came here to do. But there's still some kind of like karma that's playing out. And that is something where I feel the viewer's just going to busy themselves while this is taking place for your counterpart. All right, this is the Treasure Trove Tarot. Let's see what else. What themes are still playing out in this soul contract? We have the Fool. Adventure awaits. So there is a closure here. There is a karma closing out. so that way that you guys can hit the reset. The Fool to me is the new year as well. So I do feel you guys, for the viewer, your advice is to let some sort of karma play out in your person's life. It's not like you're sitting there waiting for this. You're still living your life. I can very much see that. Don't let it get you down. If this person's going through a negative phase where they're destructive, they're still acting out, they're still not getting it, you got to let it run its course, because remember, a part of the soul contract is you allowing this person to have the free will to make the choices that they're going to make. And if that means that they've got to, they're going to land on their feet or they're going to fall flat on their face. And I do feel like them falling flat on their face is going to teach them a valuable lesson. Yeah, Nine of Wands is on the verge of the completion. The next card would be the Ten of Wands. You've got to let this happen here. So hang in there. Hang in there, because this battle that's been ongoing for a while, it's about ready to come to a close. And that's why the new year is so important here in this connection. Yep, the Tower. There's some kind of a tower. And I feel like your person's already experienced a tower, but I feel like there's another tower coming for this individual. So a tower needs to happen, another tower, another awakening, and it's going to shake shit up in this connection, and it's going to help it to get onto some sort of a new path or a new reset in the new year. Okay? So that's what I have for you guys so far. Today, we are going to go into some deeper messages. This is what we're going to go into on the extended if you're interested. What is your person so afraid of facing when it comes to you in this connection? How do they see you in this connection in this current time? Can your person make necessary changes in order to merge your timelines together? What they want you to know more than anything, and what does the future hold for this connection? So if you want to join me over there, I'll put that link down below. And thank you guys so much for choosing to watch this reading. Take care. Bye-bye.